Yes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the IWC Radio Podcast. This is kind of another remote edition because I'm still having internet problems yet again. As we enter month number 6 now. Chucks, Will, and Beans, they're all here. How you guys doing?
Hello.
Oh, good. Yeah.
We're here.
Can I just ask, why did you say podcast with such a bizarre twang?
The podcast? What do you mean?
He does that every
He
week.
does that
He's
every
been doing
week,
that for 5 years.
Yeah.
You're joking. I have no excuse. I was going to say that maybe I was just getting stressed in the past for starting the show, but I haven't done the intro to the show for about 16
Oh god,
years.
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Mm.
Yeah.
I missed that. You should do it
Yeah.
again. We should do a
Yeah.
retro episode.
Yeah.
You don't do anything anymore on the show, I've noticed. You used to do the intro and the tweet.
You're lucky if I turn up.
So you don't do anything in the show.
I know, I contribute nothing.
You are, I mean, we've joked about it, but you are literally the Brock Lesnar of IWC.
Wow.
I bring the ratings, baby.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I hope you don't get paid like him.
Yeah, I hope you don't.
I have accepted slight pay cuts due to extreme circumstances of the world at the moment. But yes, I get paid a fair amount, I think.
You've got your own dressing room.
Kind of. It's kind of my house, but you know.
Yeah.
You get a whole house as a dressing room?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy.
Shocking.
What can I
I
say?
get paid a fair rate too. A fair rate of nothing.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty fair.
Yeah. Well, it's
You know, everyone
Cheers for
ran
that.
to your defence there.
yeah.
Nice to see you just as wanted as me, Chuck.
Yeah.
Me and Smoot are the only ones who put any work into this thing.
I don't know about that, but
Okay, then I'm the only one who put.
well, you were just saying that you like the way I do the prediction game and whatnot because it's in real time and things like that. And you forgot to adjust the Asuka match and whatnot last week and things like that. So
Yeah, and I think also Smoot's epic trailer voice works well as host.
Yeah.
wow.
So there's that.
Oh, all right. I had nothing then. Fine. I'll get you. I know my place.
No,
Just-
Chucks, we need you for your rustling of papers.
Yeah.
that and the puns.
That's
Yeah.
nice to feel one. Thanks.
Well, I have kind of shot myself in the foot because I've just said Smoot's better at doing it than me and then left myself with nothing. So, there you go.
So are you saying that Will is right by saying you do something?
You add the element of mystery as to whether or not you're going to be here each week.
That's true.
You know, it's like a surprise entrant in the Rumble or a mystery partner. You know.
I love how you clutch at straws.
Thank you. Finally, something I'm good at. A little bit of appreciation.
Well, on that depressing note, I I'm not sure how much I've got to add to it, seeing as yeah, I'm done. I've just done a Santino and been eliminated within.
Even quicker than the Warlord.
The
Somehow.
one thing I will contribute to this show.
Oh,
Hey!
I was about to contribute one of them myself.
Yeah, same here. Hold on. Hold on. There we are.
Oh, that was a good one.
There we go.
Oh.
Cherry Coke.
That's same old boring Pepsi Max Cherry for me.
Oh, you've both gone cherry.
You were?
Very mightily.
I've got absolutely nothing to contribute to this thing. Well, do you want my address? I'll take it. Times are tough.
Speaking of sending cans in the post, I actually looked this week for vanilla Coke. I'm looking for one of these like import places. Everywhere sold out. Yeah.
Wow.
Like suspiciously so. Like why would everywhere be sold out all at the same time? And I figure must be Brexit. I don't know why, but let's blame it on Brexit imports.
Yeah. It could be that.
Could be. I mean, it might. Yeah, just as likely not to be, but could be. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found those in a petrol station, so try there.
What's the flavors of the quavers?
You know, like in the 90s, they did some wacky flavors. Like they did salt and vinegar for a while, and they were pretty good. That's right, prawn cocktail. Yeah.
I was just going to say, I love the prawn cocktail quavers.
Mm.
Oh, so they're back. No. Oh.
90s. He was
Bloody
80s.
hell.
I mean, let's face it, he was 80s, really. Even in the 90s, he was still 80s.
No, I think he was in the 90s, but he was still stuck in the 80s.
Right, he was from the 80s.
Smoot's wondering who the hell we are talking about.
On that, whatever the music channel is that does the 80s, now 80s probably. There's a TV music channel that does all 80s songs. Pat Sharp does stuff on there. So he is 80s. Him and Bruno Brooks do a lot of Yeah, but his hair, his mullet is out of date even then. Yeah, me too. I don't consider myself an 80s kid. I was barely a thing. Like, how old would I'd have been? 2? Yeah, like I would have turned 3 in 1990. I did nothing of note.
Don't rub it in.
You were what, 25?
You bastard. It's so true.
Yeah, that's always funny. I like to get my weekly beans being old joke in nice and early. That's the.
Yeah, this is what I'm good at, being absolutely ridiculed. Yeah.
Yeah, just have to make fun of each
It's
other.
all right. No, you don't. You still make fun of me. I listen.
That's just not
Don't
the
think you're
same
getting
though.
away with that.
All right, what are we doing?
Yeah, I was going to ask if you guys had the 3D Doritos over there, which
Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard is just basically bugles.
I like bugles.
Yeah, I'm not a
Bugles
fan
are
of bugles
great.
either. Yeah.
I like them.
It's not the texture, it's just there's something about them, like they're not quite. What is it? I think they're still potato. They're not, or are they corn? Are they corn, not potato, or something?
Something like that. I don't
Are
know.
they not similar to like the wheat crunchy kind of thing? Or
Yeah, but those are nice. I like wheat crunchies.
can I just say as well, after we spoke last time, I actually went out and bought some nice and spicy knickknacks,
Oh, that's good.
and I did I made a nice crisp butty with them.
Nice.
I haven't done that.
Yeah, you just give it a good crush. You're all right. Yeah, I'm terrible. If it's crisps and I've got bread, it's going on it.
Gonna happen.
Ah, you're all right.
Yeah, I think if you squash them down enough with a thick sliced bread, it would kind of hold it all in. I think.
Yeah. Well, where there's a will, there's a way. Don't worry about it.
And there is a will.
There you go. We found the way.
3D Doritos, I don't know. I don't know if they're here.
I don't know whether I've seen an advert from over here or somehow I saw something through American TV.
Well, they brought it back for the Super Bowl, things like that.
I think, yeah, that's what I'm wondering whether I've seen it on the Super Bowl when I watched
Yeah.
it. They were seen it on the Super Bowl when I watched it. They were,
But yeah, I don't know. I've heard that they're just like closed bugles, basically. I was like, oh, well, never mind, because I hate bugles as well. So. Yeah. Yeah.
I think of everything we've talked about, all of the snacks that we've talked about recently.
Ever, yeah.
Is it a Viscount? Is it a minty biscuit?
Is it a bin lid?
Oh.
Hold the show. I actually found a snack today. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for one as well now.
Are you?
Oh, pizza pockets, yeah. Yeah, they're not Hot Pockets or something like that, right? Or they're the last thing done by whoever it is, McCain or yeah, Findus maybe, because they don't do crispy pancakes.
Findus French.
I found why is that like that? Why is it sideways? I found that in a back of Udon. I was just looking around, I was like, insulted.
And they also don't look very nice.
Yeah, that's like a instant ramen. It's cost effective. It's super cheap. In that there's barely anything there, so it's like you're not eating all that much fat or sugar. It's just stuff, just broth. Because it looks like Dolph Ziggler's head. She does.
Wow.
It's not just me. This is there is from totallylookslike.com. There is.
Classic.
It really does.
Dolph Pot Noodle.
A pot noodle, yeah, I forgot about that.
Pot noodle.
I think we do. We just don't call them pot noodles.
Oh, well, then that's not the same thing.
Well,
There's all
I'm
sorts
sorry,
of,
but there's quite a
noodles in a pot.
precedence for America having the same things as everyone else and not calling it the same thing.
Yeah.
They're called it's a bin base in America.
Oh my god.
There's nothing really coming up for pot noodle US. Because there's lots of other noodles that come in a pot. Like cup ramen is nothing crazy. But pot noodle kind of it found its way over here, or we made it, or whatever, before all this instant ramen was so popular. So that's like what everyone thinks of as like pot noodle, and we don't think of it as being especially Asian. It's just like a thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't. Well, not as commonly as we do, anyway. Yeah, they're not really a tea culture over there.
Shocker.
And their electrics are at 110 volts instead of our 240, so kettles take a lot longer to heat up. They just boil everything on the hob with one of those kettles that whistle. To make life a lot easier.
Personally, no.
Whoa.
In the States, maybe.
So if Natalia told you to settle your tea kettle, like she occasionally does on Total Divas,
I would
you
have
would be
to
like,
get a tea kettle.
nothing to settle, mate.
Yeah. Basically.
I love how these conversations always do manage to work their way back to wrestling quite organically.
We try. Everything Oh, Trey. No, that's all right. Chronologically, we did it. I thought you were going to make more of a mess of it than you did, actually. Yeah, it's a little disappointing. Yeah. Actually pulled it off quite capably. Well, work on that. Say something stupid next time, and then it'll be more fun.
Wow.
Yeah, I love how you're being encouraged to say something stupid, whereas if I do it,
Because it's funny when people say stupid things. That's why Brock Lesnar said, "Say something stupid" that time.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because he was, yeah, not so funny when they say chronological and it sounds fine. If it's double, then no. Oh well, this time we've still got like 3 hours left of this show. The longer it goes, the more likely it is. Yeah, let's go. I'm trying to stumble over it. Chronologically. The kickoff show, yeah, which had a match added at the last minute because I guess Keith Lee was ruled out, so they needed a replacement in the triple threat. Did they, for the vacant spot? Does it ever say anything about why Keith Lee was taken out?
I was going to say they said on the
Injured at
actual
the-
show that he
yeah.
got injured on the the Raw or SmackDown or something.
At the hands of Bobby Lashley or whatever. Something like that.
Injured. Sure. Okay.
Injured.
Injured with an unspecific injury. That's an expression. Yeah. Really bad posture.
I found that funnier than I should have done.
I found your reaction to it funnier than I should have done.
Oh, jeez. So yeah, what's the? Oh God.
I was hoping that you would have known that because my ear is to the ground, but it's to the ground about a month ago. I'm way behind on Observer radios and all of the
Same.
dirt, and haven't really heard anything about Keith Lee. But in these unprecedented times, I assume everything is COVID. No, they'd keep that secret, wouldn't you? Yeah. No one's saying anything. To retribution, retaliation. What's the name? Redemption. What? She's got a weird
Redemption,
name.
yeah. There you go.
I heard about it when you sent that tweet out asking for our updated predictions.
Same.
So this one was retaliation. Oh God, what are they actually called?
Retribution.
Retribution.
I've
Reckoning.
not watched
That's
it
her
for
name.
ages anymore.
That's Mia Yim called Reckoning. Reckoning Lee. So Mustafa Ali, leader of Retribution.
Oh dear.
Elias, Ricochet, and my man Jomo had a 4-way to determine who would join the 3-way later on that night for the US title against Riddle and Bobby Lashley. It was fine. Did anyone else watch this one?
No.
Okay.
The triple threat, I
4-way.
didn't. Oh, the 4-way. I didn't see the 4-way. The triple threat, I wasn't crazy about.
Okay, well, we'll get to that one. 4-way was fine. If you imagine a 4-way match between Morrison, Elias, Ali, and Ricochet, that's what they did.
Huh.
It's
Sweet.
exactly what you think it would be. And in the end, John Morrison sneaked the victory. So he goes through. And during this one, who was on commentary? It wasn't Jerry Lawler, was it? King did commentary on the Rumble.
Yeah.
Someone here. I could have sworn it was someone who didn't really know what was going on.
I don't know.
Oh no, maybe it was on the round table. No, pre-show panel. It would have been. I think it may have been
Booker
JBL.
T.
Yeah, Booker. It's either Booker or JBL, who. Right.
What a moron.
What a chance. He said that it was great that John Morrison won. He called him a young guy with plenty of upside or something like that.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Like, John Morrison, this young guy, is great that he's finally getting into a title picture.
Did
Dude's
someone want
40.
to tell him it's that guy that was around when you was there?
Yeah.
When you were champion, you kicked him out of the locker room.
Yeah.
You thought he was being complimentary and paying him back, you see.
Young, up-and-coming 40-year-old is now in the triple threat for the US title. I mean, he looks great, though.
Yeah.
Still looks great, but he is not a young guy at all.
No.
No one on the show was a young guy. It's crazy. No youth on these shows. Right, then the main... Oh, wait, who did we predict? We all failed. Me and Smoot predicted Ali, Beans and Will, Ricochet. All a mistake.
I didn't even see it. I still got it wrong.
Yeah. I wanted John Morrison to win. I just had no faith that he would. And that was my mistake later. What's that? No, Ali, still wrong. Doesn't matter. Just wrong in a different way. But following on from that, because I was kicking myself for thinking I want Morrison to win and then going against it, when Will asked if I wanted to update my pick for Keith Lee to win, I said, yeah, go with Morrison. What the hell? I'll back him at some point tonight. Well, that was a mistake. Main show opened with the... Which one's this? The Universal Championship. SmackDown Elimination Chamber. So this is for a Universal title match later this night. We had Cesaro, An Uso, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens, and Daniel Bryan. Any thoughts about this one? 35-minute match.
Well, obviously I picked Owens because I thought he was going to be the best fit, and then when he was eliminated, I was all right, Cesaro, and then he got eliminated. I was like, I don't care.
Can I just say as well how extremely frustrated I am with the WWE Network? Because
what happened?
I didn't watch the show live, but I did turn it on to watch the start of it. Now, you know when I don't know if you've done this, but if you go onto the pay-per-view whilst it's on, it gives you the option to start over or go to where it is live.
Yeah.
Well, when you select to go start over, it decides to go live for about half a second and show you a screenshot, and then go back to the beginning. So when you decide that you're going to watch it, and the first thing that you see is Miz holding the WWE title above his head, and then it flips back to the start of it, I'm like, well, okay. I hope that was a promo before the match. And it wasn't.
Spoilers.
So yeah, I got the whole thing bloody ruined. So yeah, sorry, I know I was jumping ahead a little bit, but I just thought, for fuck's sake, I'm so glad that was not like the Rumble or Mania or something.
I did that with the Raw after WrestleMania in 2012. So I was watching that. I thought this was a great show. I had it recorded on the Sky Plus, and I got a mate round and said, "You need to watch this show. There's so many like big returns. I don't know if it's Crime Time or someone came back, and there's a load of great stuff."
CM Punk.
CM Punk. You've got to watch this show. But when I pressed play, there was just Brock Lesnar on the screen. Oh damn! Right, get off of that! Get off of that! Get off of that! And then I watched the thing, and he popped up at the end. Oh right, that's why I saw his face at the start. God damn it! Ruined the whole point. And I just sit through 2 hours of this shit. And then,
Oh yeah, they ruined it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the Beast has arrived. It said or something, didn't it?
Great.
See, the only way I could get around to not getting the spoiler of that was actually being in the arena.
Oh god. Just looking up what happened on that 2012 Raw after Mania, Lord Tensai came out.
Yeah.
And,
Remember watching that and thinking, yep, this is not going to last.
It was Lord Tensai, yeah. Sweet.
Oh, it's sweet. Oh my god.
Yeah. No,
I think
it was Lord
that
Tensai, and he
was,
squashed Alex Riley.
I'll have to confer with Laura, but it was me and Laura that was there for that, and I'm sure she made a reference to someone just looking fat.
Albert. And Abraham Washington. Well, there you go. Love the Rock and Cena. Okay, where were we on this thing? So
I'm going to say the first chamber. I thought that was the better match out of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because it wasn't being spoiled for me, but you know.
Fair enough.
Had a very similar finish though. So Daniel Bryan and Cesaro were first out. I kind of figured that whoever was facing Roman Reigns later tonight would have to kind of run the gauntlet. I thought Cesaro was going to be the guy. God damn it. So close to so many of these predictions, but just getting them wrong every time. Corbin entered number 3, eliminated Cesaro first. Oh, no, eliminated by Cesaro. Then Sami Zayn in, and then Kevin Owens, and finally the Uso.
The Uso.
So what happened at the end there? Uso. I can't even remember what happened. Something about Uso leaving the match and coming back in and beating everyone up or something.
No, it was like Kevin Owens' arm got like squashed in the chamber.
Right, that's right. Squashed it in the door.
What else? I just remember the finish being like Bryan's leg was being worked on for a majority of the match, so that when he would win, he wouldn't have a shot against Roman Reigns. So that's pretty much what happened. That was the finish, basically.
Right. Bryan hit the big knee and beat the Uso.
The knee that beat
then-
John Cena.
Yeah. But the match later that night was actually right now. Roman Reigns comes out with Paul Heyman, and they have the title match straight away. So right after running the gauntlet in the chamber, Daniel Bryan has to challenge, and he's obviously not ready. He lasted about 90 seconds and then was knocked out. Did he pass out in the guillotine or something?
Yeah.
Great. So chamber match ends with a title match that is just pointless. Awesome. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a real waste of Roman Reigns.
That's something I never thought I'd hear you say.
I know, innit? But it's one of those things where, and I know it's that, like we all say that you can't turn Roman heel because then everyone's going to like him, but I kind of like him.
It did happen, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly what
but yeah, it works well. I'm a bit annoyed that they've gone down the Edge route now. I don't feel Edge and Reigns is the match that. I don't know. It doesn't. No, I think it was one. I mean, again, we've kind of had in the back of our head, haven't we, since Reigns has been doing the bloody chief of the bloody table. The Rock's going to come back with his spear and do some hackers at him,
It has to be next year, though, doesn't it?
Well, that's what I mean. Now it just feels like because Reigns has been like unstoppable anti on this run. So if you have Edge beat him, does it take the shine off it a bit if you bring The Rock back to have a match with Roman?
Presumably they wanted him and he's not doing it, so maybe it's a next year thing. Is he avoiding it because there's no one around and he wants to set some arena records or pay-per-view buy records or something, and he's waiting until people can be there?
Maybe.
The only thing that I thought of was thinking that it was probably the best chance that they were going to get hold of The Rock, just purely because his filming schedule is probably a little bit more limited at the minute than what it would be normally.
Yeah, maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
But I'm sure he can make time. It's a night or however many appearances he's going to make before the night itself. I'm sure he can manage. He can work it in. But it has to be worth it. And I don't know that it would be worth it this year.
Suppose.
I think we'll see it. Should I say that? Yeah, I think we'll see it. I'm gonna predict next year.
Yeah, it's the one after this one, isn't it? Oh, no, it's the one after next year, isn't it? Because next year is Dallas, isn't it? Yeah.
Dallas.
Yeah, so they've been put off 2 years.
Do you bring the Rock back for SummerSlam, or do you just wait for the big one? Wait for the big show. He's not going to be back for a while. We'll get to that.
Well, to be honest, though, if you think like SummerSlam, it'll be the first. Probably they'll make a big deal of it because that's potentially when they're going to be able to have proper crowds again, isn't it? And the fact that.
That is true. WrestleMania will sell itself, whatever happens.
And plus, also the SummerSlam this time round, if it is the first big, massive stadium show they're going to have to do without any kind of restrictions in place, they're probably going to want to go all out on it because they've not been able to do it for, any of the other shows, have they, for so long? So maybe they will make a bit of a deal of it.
Probably. I'm sure it'll be a big one, whatever happens. I don't know. There's just something about The Rock just seems too big for anything other than the greatest WrestleMania.
Oh, right, that one in Saudi.
Wow. That's where the money is.
I was just going to say, yeah, the news is not helping that at all, is it? My God. Oh, you're joking, aren't you?
It's not exactly a surprise, was it, that news story coming out? So the biggest, the best
it
kept
was
secret.
Vince McMahon.
Was he?
What the hell?
Not
You
even
told
sure I
me it
believe
was all
that.
legit.
Whatever the event is that they get The Rock for, they should just have Vince hand over the keys to the XFL to him.
Yeah.
They're like, here you go, it's your problem now, pal.
And then hand over the keys to the WWE to whoever runs Disney these days.
Yeah.
Just dump it all in one night.
I've got this image now of like The Rock getting like some kind of contract to say that he owns the XFL and then just throws it into a bin and sets it on fire on national television.
The name on the contract does say The Rock.
God.
But the contract says WWE.
Oh, God. Shane comes out, does all the stick again.
Does that mean I've got the XFL?
Yeah.
Or he could just sell it back to Donald Trump. I hear his schedule's just opened up.
He can run a football league from jail.
Probably could, actually. If he ever does go to jail, it's going to be the nicest jail. Well, probably would be allowed. Anyway. So what was that? Brian won the chamber. Beans, that's a point for you.
Yay!
Smoot and Will had Owens. I had Cesaro. All the wrong faces. Then straight away, Reigns beats Brian, so that's points all round. That was a fairly predictable one. It's a bit of a screw job for Daniel Bryan, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like a minute and a half in a title match. Surely that has to be paid off at some point. Does he get a rematch?
Yeah, and I think they just view it that Daniel Bryan's someone that it's not going to damage.
He's enhancement talent.
Right, okay.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I would have thought the sensible thing to do would be to give him a real title match at whatever the next pay-per-view is. That filler one. End of the line, whatever it is. I guess we'll see. So the second part 2 match of the night is that triple threat that John Morrison qualified for earlier on. Morrison, champion Bobby Lashley, and Riddle. Just Riddle, Mr. Riddle. Mr. Bronuts. Does he still have Bronuts? Is that a thing?
I don't think so.
No. That's fine. I'm okay with it. And in the end of that, where none of us gets points because Riddle wins and becomes the new US champion. For some reason, you all thought Lashley was going to win and not obviously get screwed in a triple threat, which seemed like the obvious thing. I went for the wrong one, though. So, yeah. Points for no one.
Yay! It's a $1 billion question right there, pal.
I did kind of like his entrance with the slow-mo flip-flop.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the first time I've seen it, so we got lucky then.
It's the best. How long until he has to stop because it's going to be like a health risk for him to kick his shoes into the WWE universe? If that hits someone, they're not expecting it, that's a lawsuit.
Or the fact that we're just in the process of coming hopefully to the end of a pandemic, and he's flicking his his footwear into the crowd.
Yeah.
For spitting on everyone.
Yeah, he walks around access events really pissed off.
Yes, he does.
Hot mess.
Hot mess. That was the hot mess in TNA. Was that Taryn Terrell?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so.
There's someone who forgotten all about. Yeah, no points for anyone then. So that was that match.
Drew McIntyre's tried to forget as well.
Oh yeah, were they married?
Yeah.
God damn, that's a lifetime ago. Huh. That's crazy. Any thoughts about the triple threat other than Matt Riddle's feet?
The wrong
Lashley
man
going on to bigger and better things?
No.
No. Has to be, doesn't he?
Yeah. Definitely after the.
I don't know what happened. I'm wrong.
I don't.
But
judging by the end of the pay-per-view, I think it's fairly clear that they're moving him into a different.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the answer to your question, why did you give Matt Riddle a title, is because it's not really about him getting the title. It's about getting it off of Lashley. And then, well, yeah, that was my original prediction. Why not Morrison, though? With what was going on later on, why not give it to Morrison?
I did because I'd seen that bloody picture of Miz. I did think that actually when I was watching that match with John Morrison. I thought he's going to win this just so that they can both come out as champions.
That would have made more sense. It's not like they're going to have anything big for Riddle, are they? Surely. He might get a 6-man ladder match at WrestleMania if he's lucky. Nothing big. I don't think it's going to be anything important anyway. Next up, speaking of not very important, the women's tag title match here. Shania Payne entering as champions, leaving as champions, actually beating Bianca and Sasha. There's a bit of tomfoolery with Sommelier. He's awesome. Did you see that that match he did with Sasha a few weeks ago when he was just doing all the flips? That's fun. Still don't get the point of him, but if you're gonna have a pointless sommelier, then you may as well have one that can do circus tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know.
Yeah, got nothing. So Nia Jax and Shayna win. That's a point for Smoot and for Will.
Can I just say, and it's a fairly obvious statement, but I just feel the need to say it. Yep. I find Nia Jax really annoying.
Oh, yeah?
You and the rest of the internet, I think.
Oh yeah, I think
Sure,
that makes everyone.
Yeah, I'm conscious that I'm falling into a bracket that a lot of people like thingy, but yeah, she's just
It's fine. Sometimes when a lot of people think something, it's because it's true.
Fair enough, right?
Yeah, Ajax is kind of annoying. She bought maybe a week or two of good favor by saying "my hole" that time.
no,
Thought that
no,
was
she
funny
did
for a
not.
while.
No, didn't.
No, you weren't happy about that one.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll give you that.
But instead, we got this match, which was holy shit. This was when I realized that what is wrong with wrestling today is that everyone's just doing stuff and there's no time. You know how like old timers used to say that working was what you did between the moves? There's nothing between the moves anymore.
Yeah.
They just do a thing and then they do the next thing and they do the next thing. There's no selling, there's no pausing, there's just do your next thing. And it's not very good. These guys should do more nothing. Do more nothing. Slow down just when you think you're going too slow. Slow down. Next up was the other Elimination Chamber. So this was Drew McIntyre defending against Kofi, Randy Orton, Sheamus, AJ, and Jeff Hardy, all the old guys. So, oh god, what happened in this one? This is there's some weird stuff going on in this one too.
I can't remember who it was or what. It might have been. I think it might have been Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton in this, but Drew McIntyre kicked Randy Orton in the balls, like legit at one point. I think it was, and he didn't look very happy about it.
Right. I can imagine.
It was one of them things, you know, like when they go to kick him in the gut and they just walk forward too quick, and he just literally toe poked him right. And he just paused and was like, shit, and then turned around and was like, you could see like everyone was trying to give him a moment and he weren't sure whether to go and like walk off for a bit or whether to carry on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, peeling it off.
What was that all about?
I know.
Surely it was a disadvantage getting in earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was strange. And the giant guy displaying his strength by pulling off some perspex screen.
Yep.
Not that impressive. It's not like Mark Henry rolling up that frying pan that time. That was something.
Yeah.
So Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy started. So speaking of doing stuff between the moves, goddamn, Randy Orton, he's slow, and he do the opposite. Complaint about him. Then Drew McIntyre in, Kofi Kingston in, then AJ sneaking outside and back in to try and get a pinfall that didn't work. And then finally Sheamus, who was, I guess he won a match to go in last, so took the element of surprise out of that match, which is great.
How did you like Kofi's trash talk to Orton before the match started?
What, moving your pecs and...
It was like his quads or something. Man,
Yeah.
Those thighs are thick, bro. You look great.
He definitely looked like he was just trying to crack him, wasn't he?
Yeah. For sure.
But all of them, like they had I guess they had mics in the pods, and all of the trash talk was so shit. Oh yeah, talk more. Yeah, come on. What else you got? Come on, say some more things. Not good.
Kevin Owens just going, do you ever shut up?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe the Undertaker had a point when he said that everybody's soft.
They are pretty soft. There's a lot of times when being soft in the pro wrestling business, like it's probably better to play video games than do all the somas and stuff that they used to do. But I can't name one actual tough guy, or at least a guy that comes off as a tough guy outside of Bobby Lashley.
Especially when what was it? Natalia was getting upset over one of the social media like $15 posts or whatever.
Oh yeah, she was
Remember
in the $1 tier.
Yeah. Basically, it was like you have $15, make your roster sort of thing, and yeah, she was listed in the $1 section, which for $1 she has a lot of longevity. You know?
Yeah, you probably get value for money. Yeah, it's true.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'd still buy it.
If you had $1 left, you would just pocket the dollar. You'd buy some Skittles.
But put it in the production budget.
Yeah.
I'll buy us 2 LEDs for the.
That'll do.
Yeah, have that. Better that than Natalia.
Can we make a new T-shirt?
You can make a B Team T-shirt. That T-shirt just with a Sharpie and just draw it on.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah. Rather that than Natalia.
Right on it. This is better than Natalia.
This T-shirt is better than Natalia.
God damn.
Do that. Write that on a T-shirt. I actually like Natalia too.
Same.
I'm sorry. I think putting her in the Nia Jax category is a little bit harsh, but she's definitely someone that just irritates me.
Fair enough.
She is annoying on Total Divas, or used to be annoying on Total Divas. But yeah, I've got no problem. Okay, so there's the image if you guys want to build a roster for $15.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the horsewomen are all worth 5.
Yeah.
And it's down from there. Lana is 2. Lana, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez, who haven't even been on the main roster yet.
Also, for the record, here, let me pull this open. I mean, Peyton Royce comes with Lacey Evans there in the bottom tier in the $1 section. So I mean, that's a 2-for-1 offer.
Royce comes to Lacey. I'll buy that for $1.
Hey.
So I mean, you gotta view this in the correct light here.
Kaylee Ray is definitely overpriced at 4.
You know, why is Rhea Ripley 3? Who's also going to be on Raw? Apparently coming up here.
I'm okay with Rhea at 3. She hasn't been on TV yet, but when she does get there, she'll be a big deal.
What about Alexa? I know a lot of people don't want Nia to be in the $3 tier, but what about Alexa?
This Alexa?
Yeah.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Fiend Alexa, I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
I'd definitely swap Lana and Natalia though. Natalia's right to be pissed. She should be in the $2 tier.
50 Cent.
What about him? Where would he go?
Yeah.
Higher than Natalia.
Yeah, she's lucky to be on there at all.
Why? What's Lana?
What has she ever done? I mean, other than being the sole survivor at Survivor Series. What has
And nearly
who's
winning
she
the
ever
Women's
been?
Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Who's not on there? Lana is the best. Lana number one. That's true. Lana number $1 tier. There's no Billy Kay. Yeah.
Is Lana in the $1 tier?
She's in 2.
Two. It's on the screen, Beans.
Oh, sorry.
you're
yes, yes,
not
yeah,
watching.
yeah, yeah. Do you know, I actually am watching it. I just didn't notice that it had gone on the feed. I was looking at it in the thing.
It's on the
Never
feed.
mind. Yeah, yeah. I think it's a bit harsh on Naomi.
Yeah, a little bit. I think Will's trying to threaten bald Shawn Michaels again.
It's a good job that I'm not looking at it on there.
What tier does bald Shawn Michaels go into?
I would say 3. There
$3
it
tier.
is.
I'm joking.
There it is. All right.
Who's he replacing? Nia
Nia.
Jax?
Yeah,
I'll take it.
that's fine.
That's
I'm okay with that.
That's an appropriate action.
Yeah.
Gone from my hole to my whole head is.
Oh man.
Oh God, where were we? So,
I don't know, but we ended up on Paul Shawn Michaels yet again.
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna happen. Randy Orton was eliminated first. Is that true?
Yeah.
That is correct.
I guess he didn't want to work. Kofi then. So
His
he was
quads
eliminated
weren't
super early too.
his quads weren't that thick.
Yeah, his quads were big enough. He's going to do more squats, blast those quads a bit more.
Yeah, never showed up.
Yeah. Second pay-per-view. They expected him and no Fiend. So Orton lasted 9 minutes. The next elimination was Kofi after about 24. Kofi eliminated by Sheamus. Then
Trash talk
Jeff
wasn't that
Hardy.
thick.
What's that?
Trash talk wasn't that thick.
No. Trash talk also not good enough. Kofi Mania was not to be. Then Jeff Hardy eliminated by Drew McIntyre. Sheamus by AJ, then AJ by Drew. So champion retains. Huge shocker there. We all get points for that. Because obviously it wasn't time for Drew McIntyre to lose the title, was it?
No.
Right before WrestleMania. That would be stupid.
Yeah, that's why you have him losing at Fastlane.
Yeah. So right before this match, we had a weird little creepy camera stalking shot of The Miz holding his briefcase, talking to MVP. What could it mean? What could it mean? Just got no idea. Turns out, right after this match, Drew McIntyre was celebrating, kinda, and then Bobby Lashley shows up and beats him up a little bit. And then Miz runs out and cashes in for the second time. And this time, I guess it sticks because he won. Miz, 10 years on from the first time he did this, and it sucked. They're doing it again. You're the one.
Yeah, you're the one. You're the one.
It's too late in his career.
It's too late. Yeah. I don't care. I would be happy with someone.
Natalia's getting off the up now.
I would prefer for someone to work less hard but be better. Like, remember back in the day when Shelton Benjamin and Carlito were always called lazy? Like, they had all this talent, but they would never get pushed because they were lazy. That was fine. They were still good. I prefer that. Give it to Shelton Benjamin. Too early in his career.
Just from Chuck's alone.
Yeah.
It's just that same thing that people. It's the apologist argument for Cena always used to be. He does all this media. He's a great company man. He's a really nice guy. He works really hard. It's all true. Definitely all true. But he still sucks. Yeah. Really irritating.
Yeah, he's done well to make his face less irritating looking.
Yeah, somehow.
Brutal.
I think the problem is he's been the Miz for so long that this just. And that's fine. Like, there was this point where he was doing like the Miz Taraj, and he was the, I don't know, the however many 8-time Intercontinental Champion or whatever, and he was doing that mid card thing, and that's fine. He does the Miz TV, he gets into a random feud with someone, maybe someone kind of on the way up, and he's the gatekeeper guy. That's fine. But as champion, I don't see it. I also don't like that they've put Morrison back with him. That's a huge step back, both of them. Oh my god. I think this show's about to split. Oh yeah. I don't even think I saw that. Oof. So when did Miz actually debut on SmackDown? 06. God, 15 years. Yeah, he was the host of SmackDown. He was. June 2006. The Miz debuted as host of SmackDown on June 2nd, hyping up the crowd at the top of the show. Other duties included backstage interviews and hosting a bikini contest. Nice. Okay. Yeah. But he was so charismatic that it was fine. Like, I'm okay with him not being the best wrestler. I don't really care about wrestling. don't watch wrestling. I just want, like, yeah, that's why I don't watch it anymore. I just want, like, someone who's going to entertain. You know, The Rock he had that personality. He was charismatic. And when he did stuff, you would watch, even though what he did, even his promos were kind of, I don't want to say they were bad, because obviously they weren't, but it was all charisma and very little substance. It was just like insults over and over. And they were kind of lame insults too. No. I would want someone to be. No one's going to be like The Rock, but at least with Drew McIntyre, I could see him as like a tough guy, the kind of guy who might win a world championship in a combat sport. The Miz, he could host SmackDown. I believe that. Yeah, I've seen that storyline a hell of a lot, and it's it's Miz 10 years ago. Mm. Smoot, what do you think about the Miz?
I was watching a random episode of Hell's Kitchen in season 16. What was it, episode 6 or whatever? Where he pretty much he gets like an on-screen appearance, but doesn't like. There's no acknowledgement of like him being at Hell's Kitchen or him dining there. I was like, yeah, that's pretty much your present day WWE champion for you. He's a
I
champion.
wonder where you were going with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he's a champion, but barely people are going to acknowledge him as such. So I thought it was appropriate. That's my thoughts. Honestly, I'm glad he didn't forget that he had the Money in the Bank case, because it definitely seemed like he was going to forget. Well, he's the heel.
Doesn't really have much of a character. He's just kind of there. Yeah.
I mean, he's a heel. You're not supposed to like him.
He wins a lot of his matches. That's a good start.
Yeah, but he's a heel. You're not supposed to like heels that are winning matches.
No, but it's not really my point. There's a difference between being a nice guy that you like and being successful, and you can be one and not the other, and it's kind of all right. Like, think of a sportsman that you don't like but wins all the time, like Floyd Mayweather. That's
allegedly he couldn't read for a while.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah. Head of the table.
Head of the table. Overbooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's really annoying.
Yeah, that, and like if you go back to when he was feuding with the Fiend and how Bray Wyatt was like terrorizing his child, and Miz just didn't give a shit. Like in the promos he gave a shit, but like when it came to the actual match he didn't care.
No, Morrison came back and then he just kind of got distracted.
Yeah.
It's fine.
The pandemic hit.
Yeah. So at the end of all of that, we're left with Miz as champion and 6 predictable matches because Asuka and Lacey Evans didn't happen. Yeah. And the cash in, we couldn't predict that one either. So 6 matches that we could have predicted. I finished 4th for the night on 2. 2 right. Reigns and McIntyre, the most obvious ones. And then in joint first, it's everyone else. Congratulations, guys. 3 out of 6 for all of you. So a pretty bad
that's
night.
gonna. Yeah, so Beans is like 2 away.
Well, in overall, 76 matches predicted so far. Smoot, unfortunately, you're still behind on 47, but not far, because Beans is only 2 ahead on 49. And then me and Will both leading now on 52. So only 5 points in it, and joint leaders. It's close. Smoot on 47. Beans on 49. And then both of us on...
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No. Yeah, you've got him right there on 46 at the top, and he got 3. Your fault. Blame.
Here comes the screw job.
Over again.
Here comes the screw job. It's not this time, not by me. You can't blame me on this one at all.
I blame you all. You were all in on it last time.
Beans screwed Beans.
I was actually on Beans' side last time.
Was you?
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I was. Yeah.
No, I don't think
I
you
wouldn't have known
were.
about it if you hadn't said it.
Yeah.
There it is.
You're pulling some Miz shit here, Smoot.
Mischief. Also, the 24/7 champion is now Bad Bunny.
Who didn't lose it on Saturday Night Live. I really hope Lorne Michaels is just like, no, you're not having a match on my show. This is not happening. I'm sorry, say that again?
Mm-hmm.
Bad Bunny, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is he gonna get a title match with Miz?
It would be funny if he cost Miz the championship.
Well, when I saw Miz holding the title up, and then I saw the beginning of the show, and then I saw him have his little interaction with Bad Bunny where he fucking slapped him to the point where I think he actually pissed him off. But he did a bit, yeah.
Yeah, Miz also had a chance to win the 24/7 title and didn't do it. And Bad Bunny turned into Damian Priest.
Oh yeah.
It was speaking in tongues after that.
I find Damian Priest to be a bit strange.
Yeah, that's why he was speaking in tongues.
I'm just reading on Wiki here about the 24/7 championship. It says it is a tertiary championship open to anyone, regardless of gender or WWE employment status.
Right.
Employment
status.
Championship.
Yeah.
So apparently Wikipedia has like a tier list of titles, and the 24/7 is tertiary.
Gesundheit. I guess. I mean,
Isn't that tertiary? Fast lane. On the fast lane to WrestleMania. March 21st. Takeover, probably. No takeover. Oh man, I was hoping the big one would be takeover. And The Weeknd is doing the WrestleMania theme again. As you
No, I don't think it's Blinding Lights again.
no,
Yeah, it's the one I like.
save your tears. Apparently.
It's not Blinding Lights.
Stop blinding lights. Yeah. So WrestleMania, apparently they're planning on having around 30,000 people in each night. So that's cool. And no, that seems like a bad idea. You might as well just have the video fans in, yeah.
Yeah, the cardboard cutout was quite good on Super Bowl. Just looked like people were there. And obviously there was people in between, so you obviously got noise.
Hmm. I guess, but you'd kind of want your fans to be more animated during a wrestling show than you would during a football game, right? If you're just kind of sat there like a
I'll just
cardboard
put all
cutout,
the
that's
cardboard
fine.
cutouts at the top. Just for your big
Yeah,
TV shots.
yeah, that's true. Would
Or
they be
you
able to have real people that close together, close to the front though?
I mean they're all spaced out a bit, but if
Because
you're in a
that's
big
going to look kind of shit.
stadium.
You'd want the cardboard cutouts between the real people, right, to make it look like there's no big spaces.
Yeah.
Just look like a SmackDown versus Raw fan. All these front fans jumping around. Mhm. Yeah, that's true. Oh, there you go. That's actually a shot of the Raymond James with those cardboard fans.
I'll just leave them in from they're still there.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Uh, That's very WWE. LED screens that big. I love it. Yeah. I love a bit of LED. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they'll make it look good. That's one thing you can always rely on as a WrestleMania looks good. Oh yeah. It's gonna get annoying. But that's just up there buzzing around all night.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Stop being silly. Raymond James Stadium, yeah. Yeah. What? Like, no, you make it sound like they're not. They might not do a Raw the night after. They've got no plans to do anything afterwards. Oh, like for venues, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kind of how it has. Yeah. Imagine they have to do
Seems
that.
like a bit of a come down doing it in the performance center. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's. I mean, I'm sure it's been done before, hasn't it? I mean, I know that WCW did the big Atlanta show, didn't they, that time when Goldberg won the title? That was just a nitro, weren't it? But didn't WWE do it after one like the Rumble or something when it was like in the Alamo Dome or something? Or I don't know. Seem to feel like they have done it before, but okay.
How about that one where they were snowed out and they had to do it from Titan Towers?
Oh yeah.
2015.
Dean Ambrose turning up
Yeah, apparently he walked there
because he's hard.
because he's bizarre. Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah, didn't mention that. Reigns beats Daniel Bryan, and then Edge shows up to spear him and points at the sign, obviously. Yeah. Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. Every sign you point at going down the street just erupts into fireworks.
Yeah. Congratulations, you got off the boat.
You get an entrance to everything. Batista's so fed up of doing that machine gun pose.
Give me what I want. All of them. There's Brad Sack. He's all right. Michael Burdick or whatever. That's the guy I don't like because he barely fucking puts his like author page on the write-ups these days, presumably. Yeah, I'll blame him. Yeah.
Oh
yeah, I
yeah,
saw this.
Arpil.
Yeah, Artful. Yeah.
You're not getting paid what they are. Yeah. Well, the main one they did, but it was still on like the general, yeah, smaller version was still Arpil.
Artful.
We've still got a lot of Mratch to go first.
Oh God.
Is it for the Elimination Chamber? Did anything happen on the TVs? Oh, give him what he wants.
Give me what I want.
Who, Miz?
I was just gonna say, rip your head off.
Jesus.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah. Great. Hmm.
I saw a headline where they like clickbait thing saying reason for Drew McIntyre missing Raw or something, as if it was some scandalous thing.
I actually said, I don't think there's a reason given, whether he was injured or, don't know, just couldn't be arsed, I don't know. But,
I've had enough of this shit.
So yeah, that was pretty much Raw in a nutshell, I think. I don't give us anything major or anyway. I didn't see AEW, if anyone wants to mention that.
I cannot comment.
There was a bit of news I did see about AEW.
There was some news. There was some big news.
Some big news, yeah.
Oh,
What
God,
is the large performance doing in the Dynamite zone?
The large event.
Yeah. What is the enormous event doing?
It just sounds like you're trying to call him fat.
Well, Is it a coincidence that Cody's been doing the Go Big show?
Yeah, I pointed that out on Wednesday. Like, AEW's been telling us all along.
Yeah, really have.
Yeah, he did come. Yeah, definitely comes across as a lifer, didn't he? Well, he's just delayed his Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah.
Is there reports that Vince is actually angry, or? Oh
They could do
God!
the Jera show again.
What have you just said? Oh, I gone out of my mind. I'm still reeling from the horrendous fucking entrance music that managed to work its way onto music discs that they did as well. Bloody hellfire!
Music discs? You really are old.
I know. Jesus. Even I don't know why I said that.
Yeah.
AEW Dark
Is
Elevation.
that something on the wireless?
Well, wireless is back in fashion. You've
Yeah.
gone
Alright,
so
I
old school
can't
that
say
you've
that.
actually come back.
I was going to say vinyl then, but that's another dodgy one.
Yeah, that's having another boom. Dark Elevation. What does that even mean? Yeah, I agree. He could also reunite with Billy Gunn as double trouble crap on a stick. Remember that one?
Wow.
If you're saying well because you remember or because you don't.
No, I have no idea what you're on about, but just the sheer fact that that statement came out of your mouth was just wow.
It was from an Invasion era Raw where Big Show and Billy Gunn were tag teaming and trying to find a tag team name because apparently I can't remember which one didn't like show guns, which is that's right. That's or big guns. That's also quite good. Or the gun show. That's also good. But they couldn't agree on a name, so
The
Big
big
Show went
gun.
up to Vince when Vince was particularly stressed out one night because of The Rock coming back and not knowing which side he was going to join. And he asked Vince, "What do you think we should be called?" And Vince said, "You could be called Double Trouble Crap on a Stick for all I care." And for some reason, that stuck with me for 20 years.
God.
The big ass.
The big ass show, yeah.
Oh, damn it. They missed so many opportunities.
Yeah, I think you're right. Weird that Shaw was going to leave. I figured he'd be a lifer, especially with that ironclad contract he had.
You know, that was a chocolate fire garden.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if he's still on that or not, but yeah, that was conspiracy for a while.
What? That Vince owned AEW?
Yeah.
Is he deluded or what?
What, Vince Russo? No.
No, I just realised what I said then.
Couldn't possibly be deluded.
No, bro.
Bro. I swear to God.
He's so happy to be US champion, though.
Bro.
And basically, we found out on this show that we all have a really strong detest for some performers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's normal. Yeah.
Nothing tops
You're above it.
Nothing tops the hatred that I had for Mojo Rawley.
I don't understand either of those. I don't
What?
particularly like either of them, but I can't imagine hating either of them.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Yours was John Cena.
Choo-choo Playboy.
Chucks.
Yeah, I was just sick of him. I just wanted him gone.
You wanted him dead. What you want about?
I didn't want him dead. I just wanted him gone.
You wrote a
Get in
perfectly
serious
good
trouble for saying
storyline
that.
for him. You wrote a perfectly good storyline to have him killed, where it was
Did I?
quite feasible that you was going to kill him for legit reasons in the storyline. I'm sure there was something along them lines, or maybe I've overthought it myself.
Well, I want to dispute that, but I'm not 100% sure I didn't come up with a storyline where he was killed. Sounds like something I might. I don't remember it though. There's rumors he's coming back for Mania though.
There was there was a side-by-side ad break on Dynamite where apparently over here they're redoing the game show Wipeout with all the people running the obstacle, falling in the water, and it's got Nicole Byer and John Cena calling it, and they had like a still of them next to the stuff that was happening on AEW, and it was just like a big what if. I mean, if they could get the Big Show, Paul White.
I'm sorry, when you said Wipeout, then there's quite an old game show over here called Wipeout with Bob Monkhouse.
Yeah,
with Bob Monkhouse.
That's what I thought.
The hell? That Cena face though.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
What's happened to his face?
I don't know. I blame the eyebrows.
I just don't understand the growing of the hair.
Well, he was going bald as well, I thought.
Yeah, but he's gone the opposite way. As soon as he's got into Hollywood, he's like, "Oh, I'll grow what little hair I have, and when I do a film, you can just fill in that spot at the top of my head."
Why does the logo on the mic look like a logo someone had used if they were draw a picture of him, but didn't have the permission to use the WWE logo?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Like a dodgy old school block EW.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a story I read this week in the Star of all places.
Oh
You
God.
play the Star?
That wrestling hub of news, the Daily Star. Apparently, oh Christ, what's his name? The cricketer, Freddie Flintoff,
Yeah.
is getting involved with NXT UK.
All right.
Apparently him and the comedian Tom Davis, which I know his face, but I've never actually seen him do anything.
Big Tom.
Yeah, the big guy.
Yeah. He's quite funny.
Apparently, one of them was watching. I think it might have been Flintoff was watching NXT UK, and basically said he could do this. Then Tom Davis, being his mate, got in on the tweet and said, "We should do a tag. We should form a tag team." And then Flash Morgan Webster of NXT UK replied and said, "When are we having this match then?" To end, and then I think Triple H actually got involved saying, we're going to set this up. And last I heard, Flintoff's actually generally in training to do this at some point.
I've got to say, he is a fan.
Yeah, he was sat behind me at one of the shows in Manchester a few years ago. As kids.
Flintoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I saw him behind us. Was it the same show that we were at?
It wasn't the one that lasted about 3 days.
Sorry, I had to think then. Yeah, that was long. Let's do a double taping of Raw.
God.
Double taping of Raw and SmackDown in the same night, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you insane?
Who thought that was a good idea?
Vince.
He wasn't even there, probably. He was in his hotel. He went home early.
Deary me.
Yeah, maybe it was a house show. I remember that he was there. So I remember everyone every time in between matches, people kept going over asking him for selfies. I think he was getting a bit annoyed by it all. So then I went over and asked him for a selfie. Didn't. I think that's it. I don't know if anyone else has got any news.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
You did with Tony Bellew, though, you know.
It's what?
You did with Tony Bellew, though.
I did. I saw him on the way in, so I didn't. And other people were asking him for selfies. So I didn't think I was annoying him as I would have done a fella sitting down with his kids. I have got some considerations.
I know. I took the picture.
Yeah, well, you did. Yeah, you were there. Sorry.
Well, hence the reason why I mentioned it.
I thought you just saw the picture. Sorry, you did. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Back in them days when we were allowed out.
I know, yeah.
Sorry, I did mention SmackDown. Did anyone see SmackDown? No.
No, sorry.
What you mentioned, Chuck, during the predictions.
Is someone playing with a ping pong ball?
It's possibly me tapping my chair. Sorry, I'll stop.
Yeah.
All right. It sounded like a little ping pong thing.
Is it that?
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I'll stop doing that then.
Sorry, Will, not to make you feel paranoid.
It's alright, I just won't move. What you mentioned during the predictions, Chuck, about Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. Reigns come out and basically said he should have him another match, and give him because he didn't have a chance in the last one and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit confusing actually. They never actually announced what was actually happening. It had to come through Cole and Graves during the next match as to what was actually going on. But basically the main event was Brian and the Uso.
Right.
The Uso, yes.
If Brian won, he got the match at Fastlane. If Uso won, he didn't.
Okay.
And then, interestingly enough, Edge appeared backstage, talking to Adam Pearce, and quite rightly was saying that, well, if Brian gets the match at Fastlane, he's jumping the queue because I won the Royal Rumble.
Oh God, this again.
And nothing actually come of it, but they were kind of teasing that they might have Edge and Brian at Fastlane. Yeah.
For what? There's no more
Yeah.
time to have the title match
I
then.
don't know. Because then at the end of the match with the Brian Uso match, Roman Reigns got involved and it was a DQ. So there was no actual winner confirmed.
Great.
They're now, I've just seen, apparently they're now advertising the cage match for SmackDown next week. Between
to keep
Brian
the Uso out.
and the Uso.
No one ever gets into cages these days.
No.
Including, the other Uso when they had a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
Is the other Uso still injured?
It hasn't been around.
It hasn't been around. I believe so. He's still injured. I think I saw something that he might be getting back to the Performance Center to get back into shape or something like that, or get into, shake the rust off.
I actually missed the end of the match. I don't know what the official result was. Let's see if there's a result on .com. Oh, it was a double count out. Okay, that makes sense.
Huh. Classic.
So yeah, apparently now we're having this cage match on SmackDown. But they're still teasing this Edge and Brian are gonna have a match at some stage. So I don't know when that's likely to happen.
After Mania when Edge wins the belt.
There we go. Brian and Jey Uso for high stake cage match. It was announced on Talking Smack. Brian. Yeah, so if Brian wins, he gets a title match at Fastlane. If Brian loses, he has to acknowledge Reigns as the head of the table and the best competitor ever.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
The best competitor ever.
Yeah.
Sure.
Some high stakes there, people.
So yeah, I don't know where the Edge features into this, but they did that bit for a reason. So the other bit was worth mentioning was Apollo Crews. And I've never said that before.
I'm going to say, is there something where he's gone on about his Nigerian roots or something?
Yeah, he come out because he battered Big E last week, didn't he? Big E's apparently injured now. Yeah, he got stretched out, and that's why he was not in a match at the Chamber, apparently. So yeah, Cruz come out and said that he's going back to his Nigerian roots.
Okay, what does that mean? Because,
Yeah,
February.
I feel like something. We make some complaints about this one, wherever this is going. He's turning heel and he's calling it going back to his Nigerian roots.
Yeah. He mentioned something about some relation of his that was full of wealth and power or something.
Oh, right. So he's a scammer now, is he? He's a Nigerian scammer. Turns out he's actually the heir to a vast fortune, and he needs your help.
There we go. 1 week after a brutal steel step assault on Intercontinental Champion Big E, Apollo Crews emerged wearing new colours of wealth, dominance and power. He's wearing white and green now.
Okay.
And explained he was now bringing the real Apollo Crews, challenging his powerful Nigerian roots. And he spelt roots R-O-U-T-E-S.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
What? Roots?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's not the right word.
No, it's
That's
not,
not
no.
what it means.
This is Schmutz, mate. What's his name? Humperdinck.
Mike-
Burdick, that's it.
Michael Burdick, yeah, fuck him, fire him. Fire him.
Wow.
Yeah, so roots, I assume he means R-O-O-T-S, but he
Yeah.
explained he showed
that's-
Big E
that's-
the steel after he defied him, and he would show Nakamura the same. And he ended up beating Nakamura. The weirdest thing was, I don't know if you watched if you can get a clip of the promo, I think it's on .com somewhere. He did like a reverse Kofi Kingston. He started off talking the way he has talked like forever, and then he finished in some weird Nigerian accent.
Oh my god! I was
Oh.
going to say that. I'm going to completely turn the corner on this if he does a dodgy Nigerian accent.
It was only very subtle, and it was the last like sentence he said, but there was definitely an accent there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
I need to hear this. It's,
yeah, so
presumably he is actually Nigerian, though. He
I
must.
think he
Like,
might be,
he wouldn't
yeah.
just pick this out of nowhere, right?
yeah, he did look. He's wearing like the tights as well now. He did actually look pretty cool in his new gear, but
I just want to know if he gets the accent right, or if it's going to sound Ugandan Knuckles or something.
Oh no.
Yeah, right. This could be so bad.
it was really subtle. You have to like watch it closely to pick it up.
Not like King Booker, then.
No. But I did
Booker.
wonder the way he was talking about this Nigerian family or whatever. I did wonder if he was gonna just develop an accent, and he did. So they seem to be giving him a bit of a push again. Also Cesaro's getting a bit of a push. All these people that Heyman was apparently giving pushes to last year, and they sacked him for it. They're giving him the pushes again. So. Well, that's it from me. Anyone else got anything?
I'm trying to find this promo here. Hold on.
It's on YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube here. Just seen it.
Link it to me because I'm not finding it.
Why the sudden change? Enemies defy you. Grandfather would have said it. I showed Big E the steel.
Thank
And I
you.
guarantee
It's
I can
about
say this to you how my
2:10
grandfather would have said it.
when he starts with the accent.
So I could say this to you how my grandfather would have said it.
And then go back to catering.
I showed Big E the
No.
steel. And I guarantee you he
Oh,
would
no.
never disrespect me again. And as for my opponent
Watching
tonight,
it
Shinsuke
here, hold on.
Nakamura, you will suffer
Okay,
the
that's-
exact same.
All right, that sounds legit.
Do you think?
Disrespect me again. And as for my opponent tonight, Shinsuke Nakamura,
Nakamura comes out. Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
It's the way it happens, like within a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could understand if it like he did it like next week or something. And he's a new
Yeah.
person or whatever, new character. I mean, it could well be that may be a legit accent. I don't, I've got no reason to question it, but it's just the way it happened.
Yeah.
It was like when Kofi forgot he was Ghanaian for a bit.
Supposed to be Jamaican,
Jamaican over there.
and then just wasn't.
Head of the table Nigerian edition is what the top comment is.
And I did get pretty big vibes of what they're doing with Lashley on Raw. Just it's the same kind of heel character, just beating everyone up. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's. I hope it goes well for him.
at least they're trying something with him.
Yeah. You just had me worried for a bit. I was like, oh no, what are they doing?
It's early stages.
All right, is that it? I assume that's it. I think we can go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that I guess we'll do it for this week. Thank you, Will. Again, hopefully next week the internet here is going to be fine. I hope. Yeah, it's something. They're calling in like a new part or something, and it should be here next, or rather, this upcoming week. So whenever that happens, that's when the construction on rebuilding the internet here will commence. I guess I don't know, but thank you everybody coming out and listening. We'll be back next week. Yeah, have a great one. We'll see you then. Take care. Good night, everybody. Bye. All right. I assume you hit the button.